Most real estate investors don't stall because they lack ambition. They stall because the systems around them break down. See, after decades in this business, I've seen the same three problems show up over and over again. Deal flow dries up, time gets eaten alive, and capital becomes the bottleneck. So until these three things are solved, real estate investing feels harder than it needs to be. And guys, the reality is growth, it stays kind of slow. Real estate investors are not consumers who are buying homes for their own personal use, okay? So investors are business owners. I can't stress that enough. Guys, you're providing housing, storage, development, and space for public use. All right, so whether you're flipping houses or you own rentals or you're building homes, maybe you're operating multifamily, doesn't matter. You're running a business. Businesses don't grow on luck. They grow with structure, systems, and the right partners in place. All right, let's take a look at these three problems that real estate investors are facing in today's market, right? Problem number one is deal flow. I'm going to show you how to solve it. Deal flow is the foundation of everything. Guys, without it, nothing else really matters. So as a licensed real estate broker, this is where I guide my investor clients through the full acquisition process, right? I'm going to give them access to both on-market and off-market opportunities that align with their investment strategy. As I help analyze deals realistically, structure clean offers, and plan exits from day one so investors aren't guessing, they're executing with confidence. Problem number two is time. Guys, look, time, this has got to be one of the most underestimated threat to investor growth, right? Managing scattered properties, handling repairs, dealing with tenants, coordinating vendors can quietly turn into a full-time job. Nothing about that is passive. So that's why I started 505 Housing Property Management, to professionally manage the operations so my clients can step out of the weeds and focus on growing their portfolio or spending time where it actually matters. Guys, when operations are handled right, growth accelerates. Problem number three. This is the big one, all right? It's capital. Listen, capital is the biggest limitation that most investors face, especially if you're relying on a traditional bank that's designed for consumers. It's designed to say no. I've become a certified private money broker, which actually is giving my clients access to a national network with over $400 billion in capital earmarked specifically for real estate investment deals. These funds are actively looking for solid, low-risk projects, and when the deal makes sense, funding becomes a solution instead of a roadblock. When you can solve all three of these challenges, right? It's your time, the capital, and deal flow, then everything changes, right? When deal flow, time, capital, when they're all solved together, real estate stops feeling chaotic. Investing becomes intentional. It becomes repeatable and scalable. So instead of reacting to problems, as an investor, you can operate with clarity, confidence, and momentum. And that's how portfolios grow without burnout, and why structure always beats hustle in the long run. All right, guys. So let's get your next deal done. Okay, every deal is different. Every investor has questions. I get that. All right, but that's part of this business. If you're in New Mexico, I can help you with acquisition, funding, and professional management. But if you're outside New Mexico, I can still help structure funding for your next project. Guys, I'm Joshua Christensen with Christensen Properties, powered by R1 of New Mexico. And if you're serious about your next deal, let's talk about getting it done, all right? One door at a time.